My cousin announced she was pregnant at my wedding reception, so I let her think she was having the first grandchild. Denise has always needed to be the center of everything. When I got into nursing school, she suddenly decided to become a doctor. When I got engaged, she got engaged 2 weeks later to a guy she'd been dating for 3 months. At my college graduation, she wore white and announced she just bought her first house. Every milestone, every achievement, every moment that should have been mine, Denise found a way to steal it. So when she stood up during my reception, tapping her champagne glass for attention right before my father-daughter dance, I knew something was coming. Since we're all here celebrating new beginnings, she said, her voice carrying across the room, Brian and I wanted to share that we're expecting. The room erupted. My new mother-in-law rushed to hug her. My own mother abandoned our table to fawn over Denise's still flat stomach. Even my photographer started snapping pictures of her and Brian instead of, the actual bride and groom. My dad looked at me apologetically as our dance got postponed indefinitely. That night, while my new husband Paul held me as I cried angry tears in our honeymoon suite, I discovered something that changed everything. I was 12 weeks pregnant. We'd been trying for a year, and the test I'd taken that morning, hidden in the chaos of wedding prep, showed 2 beautiful lines. I was going to surprise Paul with a special gift box at our private gift opening the next day, but instead of fury, I felt an odd calm wash over me. We're not telling anyone, I said to Paul. Not yet. Paul was confused at first, but when I explained my plan, his eyes lit up with the same mischievous gleam I fell in love with. We told exactly 2 people, my best friend Sarah, who's a midwife, and Paul's brother Nick, who lived 3 states away. Sarah helped me hide the pregnancy during her home visits, and I wore increasingly clever outfits to family gatherings. Flowy sweaters, strategic scarves, and always carrying large purses in front of me. Meanwhile, Denise made sure everyone knew about every single pregnancy moment. She threw herself 3 different showers. She did a gender reveal that involved renting a small airplane. She hired a professional photographer for monthly bump photos. At the family group chat was basically the Denise pregnancy channel, complete with daily symptoms updates and nursery decoration polls. I'm so glad I'm giving mom and dad their first grandchild, she said at Thanksgiving, rubbing her belly while I wore an empire waist dress that perfectly concealed my 7-month bump. It's such a special responsibility. My mom nodded tearfully. We've been waiting so long for this. I bit my tongue and passed the potatoes. In January, 2 weeks before Denise's due date, I went into labor. Our son Charlie was born at 4:23 a.m., healthy and perfect. We didn't post anything on social media. Instead, we waited. Denise had her daughter in late February. The family was ecstatic. She FaceTimed everyone from the hospital, glowing with pride. Meet Emma, the first grandchild of the generation, she announced. My parents cried. Her parents cried. Everyone made plans to visit. 3 days later, Denise decided to throw an impromptu sip and see party at her house, wanting to be the first to host a family with a new baby. That's when Paul and I showed up with 3-month-old Charlie. Surprise, I said quietly, as Charlie cooed in my arms. We'd like everyone to meet your first grandson. The silence was absolute. Denise's face went through about 17 different emotions in 10 seconds. My mother dropped her teacup. It shattered on Denise's new hardwood floors. But how? Denise's voice cracked. You weren't. You never said. You were so excited about giving everyone their first grandchild, I replied evenly. I didn't want to steal your pregnancy thunder. You seem to be enjoying the attention so much. My dad was the first to recover, rushing over to hold Charlie with tears streaming down his face. How long have you been hiding this? Charlie was born January 15th, Paul said cheerfully. We wanted to make sure Denise got her special moment too. Denise sank into her couch, still holding Emma, watching as our entire family surrounded us, cooing over Charlie, exclaiming over how big he was, how alert, how they couldn't believe we'd kept such a secret. Her special first grandchild party had become Charlie's introduction to the world. You did this on purpose, she whispered to me later, while everyone was distracted. I adjusted Charlie's little hat and smiled. Yep, you announced your pregnancy at my wedding reception, Denise. I just returned the favor by announcing mine at your baby party. She never tried to upstage me again.